A black woman is shamed and assaulted at a dealership, but her billionaire husband fights back. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to catch our latest epic stories. Maya Evans's pulse quickened as she stepped into the polished showroom of Elite Motors in Los Angeles, her elegant 35-year-old frame radiating confidence in a tailored blazer, her dark eyes gleaming with anticipation, only to be met with a chilling smirk from salesman Greg Thompson, his voice oozing disdain as he barely glanced at her. "You lost, lady? This isn't the budget lot." The words, sharp with condescension, hit like a physical blow, his gaze raking over her black skin with a sneer that screamed prejudice. But Maya, a marketing executive with a steel spine, squared her shoulders, her voice calm but cutting. "I'm here for the Porsche 911 Turbo. Show it to me, now." Thompson's eyes widened, his smirk twisting into a mocking chuckle, his tone patronizing. "That's $100,000 car, sweetheart. Maybe try something cheaper." The gallery of customers, mostly white, stirred. Their whispers, "She can't afford that," a venomous chorus, but Maya's fingers tightened on her purse, her eyes locking on the sleek black Porsche. "I'm buying that one," she said, her voice ablade, pointing to the car. Thompson's jaw twitched, his reluctance palpable. But before he could stall further, a white female police officer, Sergeant Laura Bennett, swaggered in, her uniform crisp, her voice booming with authority. "I'll take the 911 Turbo. Greg, get it ready." Maya's blood boiled, her voice rising, sharp with indignation. "I chose that car first. I've been here half an hour, and you're ignoring me." Thompson's eyes darted between them, his decision swift, his smirk returning as he turned to Bennett. "Sorry, ma'am, the sergeant's a regular. She gets priority." Bennett's lips curled into a cruel smile, her gaze slicing through Maya, her words dripping with contempt. "Step aside, honey." "This isn't your place." The gallery's jeers swelled. "Go back where you came from." Their phones flashing, filming the scene, and Maya's heart thundered, her voice a defiant roar. "This is blatant discrimination. I selected the car, and you're dismissing me because I'm black." Thompson's laugh was icy, his slur a dagger. "Race card, huh? You're just not our customer, girl." Bennett advanced, her hand gripping her baton, her voice a low growl. "Move or I make you." The gallery's cheers, "Get her out," fueled the tension, and Maya's eyes blazed, her voice unwavering. "You're breaking the law, both of you, and I'll make sure you pay for this." The air crackled, the standoff electric, but Thompson's smirk widened, his nod to Bennett a silent signal, and the officer's hand shot out, grabbing Maya's arm, twisting it with brutal force, while Thompson shoved her other shoulder, their combined strength sending Maya crashing to the showroom floor, her knees slamming against the tiles, her purse skidding, her blazer ripping at the seam. "That's what happens when you don't know your place." Bennett sneered, her baton hovering, and Thompson's voice mocked. "Stick to the bus, lady." The gallery's laughter roared, their phones capturing every second. But Maya rose, her knees trembling, her eyes fierce with an unbreakable will, her voice a vow that silenced the room. "You've made a grave mistake. I'll be back, and you'll regret every word, every shove." Bennett's chuckle was sharp, her slur a venomous jab. "Dream on, you nobody. Get lost." Thompson's hand gestured to the door, his smirk a challenge. But Maya caught their quick glance, a coordinated signal, a hint of a deeper conspiracy. This wasn't just personal prejudice, it was a pattern at Elite Motors, possibly tied to a network protecting racist policies. She snatched her purse, her fingers brushing the phone where she'd recorded a voice memo of Thompson's slurs and Bennett's threats, a lifeline she clutched tight. The gallery's jeers, "Don't come back," followed her, but Maya's steps were resolute. Her call to her husband, Nathan Evans, a billionaire tech mogul, a spark of retribution. "Nathan, they humiliated me. "Assaulted me," she said, her voice steady, tears burning but unshed. "I need you." His response was immediate, his voice a vow. "I'm on my way. Maya, they'll face justice." The dealership's glass doors loomed, but Maya's heart burned. She wasn't just a customer, she was a warrior, her evidence a flame, Nathan's power a sledgehammer, and she'd return to crush their arrogance. The viral videos, now exploding on X with hashtags like Elite Motors Racism, fueled protests outside, a growing storm. But the dealership was a fortress of corruption. Thompson and Bennett's collusion a wall. Maya's memo was her weapon, Nathan's legal team her army, a promise of a reckoning that would shake Los Angeles. Elite Motors thought they'd broken her, but Maya Evans was no victim, her fight ablaze ready to burn through their lies, a vow to return with justice in her grasp. Maya Evans's hands trembled as she sat on the plush leather couch of her Brentwood penthouse, the sting of her scraped knees and torn blazer a raw reminder of the humiliation at Elite Motors, where salesman Greg Thompson's sneering dismissal, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's brutal shove had sent her crashing to the showroom floor. Their slurs, "Go back where you came from," cutting deeper than the physical blows. A racist assault fueled by her black skin and amplified by the jeering gallery's phones, now spreading viral videos across X. The memory of Thompson's smirk, Bennett's baton hovering, and their coordinated glance, a silent signal of collusion, burned in Maya's mind. Her dark eyes blazing with a fury tempered by resolve as she clutched her phone, its voice memo capturing Thompson's taunts and Bennett's threats, a lifeline she'd protected through the chaos. Her husband, Nathan Evans, a 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul, knelt beside her, his tailored suit a stark contrast to the fire in his eyes, his voice a low growl as he listened to her recount the ordeal, his hand gripping hers, his vow immediate. "They'll pay, Maya. Nobody touches my wife and walks away." Maya's heart steadied, her voice firm despite the tears she refused to shed. It wasn't just them. Nathan. They planned it. Thompson, Bennett, someone higher. They knew what they were doing. Nathan's jaw clenched, his mind already racing. His tech empire's resources, legal teams, private investigators, media contacts, a sledgehammer ready to crush Elite Motors' arrogance. The penthouse was a sanctuary, but the weight of the assault, the gallery's cheers, and the viral posts now flooding with slurs like "she deserved it," pressed on Maya, her marketing executive instincts kicking in, her resolve to turn this humiliation into a reckoning unshakable. She played the memo for Nathan, Thompson's voice clear, "Stick to the bus, lady," followed by Bennett's slur, "You nobody," each word a nail in their coffin, and Nathan's eyes narrowed, his voice sharp. "This is evidence, Maya. We'll use it, but we need more. Cameras, witnesses. There are connections." Maya nodded, her mind replaying the incident, the gallery's faces, a black woman in the corner who'd whispered, "I'm sorry," before slipping away, a potential ally she'd tracked down. The couple moved to Nathan's home office, a hub of screens and files, where Maya uploaded the memo to a secure server, her fingers flying as she scoured X for the viral videos, finding 3 angles, 2 from customers, 1 from a dealership camera, leaked by an anonymous source, showing Thompson's shove and Bennett's twist of her arm, clear proof of assault. Nathan dialed his lead attorney, Carla Reyes, a fierce litigator with a history of dismantling corporate corruption, her voice crackling through the speaker. "This is actionable. Nathan, assault, discrimination, conspiracy. We'll sue Elite Motors and Bennett, but we need to tie them to a pattern. Any leads?" Maya's voice cut in, steady, incisive. Thompson and Bennett were too coordinated. Someone's backing them, a manager, maybe higher, protecting a racist policy. Carla's response was swift. "I'll dig into Elite's records, their contracts, police ties, get me witnesses." Maya's mind flashed to the woman in the gallery, her apologetic glance a clue, and she texted a contact at her firm, a social media analyst, to trace the leaked camera footage, hoping to identify the source. The community's response was a double-edged sword. Black activists in Compton launched protests outside Elite Motors, their signs reading "No More Racism," but Langston's allies, linked to the dealership, flooded X with smears. A post from a fake account claiming Maya attacked Bennett first, slurs piling up, thug and gold digger, amplified by bots traced to a PR firm Nathan recognized, one tied to Langston's network. The retaliation grew. Late that night, a threatening call to Maya's phone, "Drop it or you're done," came from a blocked number, and their penthouse security flagged a drone hovering nearby, its camera trained on their windows. A chilling warning, Nathan reported to his private security team, led by ex-FBI agent Marcus Tate, who confirmed, "This is Langston's MO. He's protecting Elite." Maya's heart raced, but her resolve hardened. She wasn't just fighting for herself, she was fighting for every Black woman dismissed, every person judged by their skin. She tracked down a lead, a barista at a nearby cafe, who'd overheard Thompson bragging about keeping the showroom exclusive for VIPs like Bennett, a hint of a broader policy, possibly tied to Langston's influence over Elite's management. Maya met the barista, Aisha, at a discreet diner, her voice low, her eyes nervous. Thompson said they get bonuses for handling customers like you. Bennett's in on it. She's tight with the owner. Maya's pulse quickened. Aisha's words a spark. But the danger was real. Aisha's car was keyed after their meeting. A note warning. "Keep quiet." Nathan's team secured Aisha in a safe house, his voice a vow. "We're close, Maya. They're scared, and we'll use that." The couple pored over Elite's public records, finding a board member, Charles Vaughn, linked to Langston's firm, a money trail Maya flagged for Carla, who dug into Vaughn's emails, uncovering a directive to prioritize high-value clients, coded language for racial exclusion, the evidence, memo, videos. Aisha's account was a growing arsenal, but Langston's reach was vast, his allies a shadow over Los Angeles. Maya's voice rose, a challenge. "They thought they could break me. Nathan." "They're wrong." Nathan's eyes met hers, his hand squeezing hers, his vow echoing, "We'll burn their empire down. Together." The penthouse was a fortress, the protests a rising tide, and Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to ignite a reckoning, her husband's power a beacon as they braced for a fight that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans's heart pounded like a war drum as the matte black Lamborghini Aventador screeched to a halt outside Elite Motors' glitzy showroom in Los Angeles, its guttural roar a defiant challenge to the humiliation she'd endured days earlier. When salesman Greg Thompson's venomous slur, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's ruthless shove had sent her sprawling across the showroom floor. Their racist taunts, "Go back where you came from," a searing wound that fueled her return. Now, stepping out in a crimson dress that hugged her elegant 35-year-old frame, Maya's dark eyes burned with unyielding resolve, her hand clasped in that of her husband, Nathan Evans, a 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul whose tailored suit and icy glare commanded silence from the gawking gallery of customers. Their gasps, "Is that Nathan Evans?" A sharp pivot from the jeers that had mocked her black skin. Nathan's voice was a low growl, his vow a blade. "We're taking them down, Maya. Stay strong." She nodded, her fingers gripping her phone, its voice memo, Thompson's sneers, Bennett's slurs, a loaded gun, backed by viral videos and a witness's testimony, ready to shatter the dealership's corrupt facade. The showroom doors parted, and Thompson's face drained of color, his smirk vanishing as Maya strode forward, her voice slicing through the stunned silence. "Greg Thompson, you assaulted me, discriminated against me, and I'm here to make you pay." The gallery erupted, phones flashing, customers whispering, but Thompson's shock twisted into a sneer, his voice dripping with arrogance. "You're back? You're wasting my time. Lady, Security! Bennett, her police uniform crisp, stormed from a back office, her baton already drawn, her eyes glinting with malice. "What's this? Your little revenge show? Get out, girl, before I lock you up!" The slur was a whip crack, the gallery's murmurs splitting, some jeering, others filming, and Maya's fury surged, her voice a roar. "I chose the Porsche 911 Turbo first, and you stole it, humiliated me, because I'm black. I've got evidence, and you're finished." Nathan's presence loomed, his tablet raised, his voice a thunderclap. "I'm Nathan Evans, and you targeted my wife. Hand over the car and your manager, or we bury this dealership." The gallery gasped, their phones capturing every word. But Thompson's laugh was brazen, his eyes flicking to Bennett, a coordinated signal Maya caught, confirming their collusion. A racist scheme she suspected tied to Elite's board member, Charles Vaughn, and financier Richard Langston. "Evidence?" Thompson scoffed, his arms crossed, his tone mocking. "You're bluffing, and nobody cares about your whining." Maya's hand trembled as she played the memo, Thompson's voice booming. "Stick to the bus, lady." Bennett's slur. "You nobody." Each word a grenade. The gallery reeling, their murmurs shifting. "That's awful." Bennett's face contorted, her baton slashing the air, her voice shrill. "That's fake. You're a liar." But Maya stood her ground, her voice unwavering as she displayed a viral video, Thompson's shove, Bennett's arm twist, now trending with Elite Motors racism, millions of views fueling outrage. "This is real and the world sees you," Maya said, her gaze piercing Thompson's, who flinched, sweat beading on his brow. Nathan's tablet flashed a leaked dealership camera clip showing the assault from a new angle, obtained by their tech analyst, irrefutable proof. "You're facing assault, discrimination, and conspiracy charges," Nathan said, his voice icy. "Cooperate, or we sue Elite into bankruptcy." The gallery's cheers swelled. "Take them down!" But Bennett lunged, her baton aimed at Maya's chest, her voice a snarl. "You're under arrest for slander." Thompson signaled a security guard, who charged, his taser sparking. The gallery tensing, some shouting support. "She's right." Others jeering, "Get her out!" The guard's hand grazed Maya's arm, reigniting her pain. But Nathan blocked him, his voice a growl. "Lay a hand on her, and you're done." Bennett's baton hovered, her eyes wild, her slur a hiss. "You're nothing here, and your money can't buy you out, rich boy." The standoff was a powder keg, the gallery's phones filming, but Thompson's voice turned vicious, his finger jabbing at Maya. "You're a fraud, stirring trouble for attention. Nobody believes your victim act." A new X-post exploded, traced later to Langston's PR firm, claiming Maya faked the assault for fame. Slurs flooding comments, "gold digger" and "thug." The smear campaign a gut punch. The gallery's jeers surging, "She's lying." Maya's heart sank, the weight of their lies a tidal wave. But a voice broke through, a black woman from the original gallery, pushing forward, her shout piercing. "I saw it all. They attacked her." And there the gallery split, some cheering, others booing, and Maya's spirit flared, the woman's testimony a lifeline. But Bennett's baton swung closer, her voice a threat. "One more step, and you're all in cuffs." Thompson's whisper to the guard, "Get them out, now," was a signal of retaliation, his glare a warning. Nathan's phone buzzed. Attorney Carla Reyes texting, "Vaughn's emails secured, stall them." Maya's voice rose, a challenge. "You can't silence the truth. Vaughn and Langston can't save you." Bennett's hand twitched, her eyes darting to Thompson, a tell of fear, and Maya's suspicions solidified. A conspiracy ran to Elite's core, protecting racists like them. The showroom was a battlefield, the gallery a divided jury, and Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to burn through their lies. Nathan's power a beacon as they braced for a war that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans's fingers gripped the edge of a polished desk in Nathan's high-tech home office. Her elegant 35-year-old frame taut with determination. The ache in her knees from her fall at Elite Motors, a fading echo compared to the fire in her dark eyes. Ignited by the racist assault that had unfolded days earlier, Greg Thompson's sneering slur. "You're not our type." Laura Bennett's brutal shove, and their coordinated attack that sent her crashing to the showroom floor. Their taunts. "Go back where you came from." A wound that fueled her mission to expose their corruption. The confrontation at the dealership, where she and Nathan, a 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul, had presented a damning voice memo and viral videos, had rattled Thompson and Bennett. Their panicked denials and threats. "You're under arrest." Revealing a deeper conspiracy, one Maya suspected tied to Elite's board member Charles Vaughn and financier Richard Langston, whose influence loomed over the dealership's racist policies. Now, with Nathan's legal team, led by fierce litigator Carla Reyes, mobilizing, Maya poured over evidence, memo recordings, customer videos, a leaked dealership camera clip, her marketing executive instincts dissecting every detail, her voice steady as she briefed Carla via secure video call. Thompson and Bennett were too synchronized. Carla, Vaughn's emails mentioned VIP clients, and I'm betting Langston's pulling the strings. Carla's eyes narrowed, her voice crisp. "We've got Vaughn as correspondence, orders to prioritize high-value clients, coded for exclusion. Langston's firm funds Elite security, tied to Bennett's precinct. We need witnesses to seal it." Nathan, seated beside Maya, his tailored suit a contrast to the fury in his gaze, leaned in, his voice a growl. "My investigators are digging into Langston's financials. Find the money trail, Carla, and we'll bury them." Maya's heart surged. Nathan's power a fortress, but the danger was escalating. Last night, a brick had smashed through their penthouse window. A note tied to it, "Stop, or you're dead." The threat, following a drone spying on their home and a smear campaign on X, posts from Langston's PR firm calling Maya a gold digger and liar, amplified by slurs like "thug," was a chilling reminder of their enemy's reach. Maya's resolve hardened, her fingers tapping her phone, where she'd saved a new lead, a direct message from Aisha, the barista who'd overheard Thompson bragging about bonuses for excluding customers like her, a clue to a broader policy. Aisha, now in a safe house after her car was vandalized, had sent Maya a photo of a memo from Elite's manager, leaked by a coworker, outlining client prioritization for VIPs like Bennett, a policy Maya linked to Vaughn's emails. "This is it," Maya said, her voice sharp, showing Nathan the memo. "They're not just racist, they're paid to be." Nathan's eyes gleamed, his voice a vow. "We'll trace it to Langston. Keep pushing." Carla's team secured a second witness, Jamal, a former Elite mechanic who'd quit after being pressured to ignore black customers, his affidavit detailing Thompson's meetings with Bennett to manage showroom access overseen by Vaughn. Jamal's testimony was gold, but his apartment was trashed hours later. A note warning, "Talk and you're done," pushing him into protective custody. The retaliation intensified. A hacked email account belonging to Maya's firm spread a fake press release, claiming she'd fabricated the Elite incident for publicity. The post gaining traction on X, fueled by bots tied to Langston's network. Slurs flooding comments, "liar" and "scammer." Atlanta's black community fought back. Compton activists, led by organizer Sarah Jackson, staged protests outside Elite Motors, their signs reading "Maya stands tall," while a local black-owned newspaper ran a front-page story, "Woman's Fight Exposes Dealership Racism." Maya met Sarah at a community center, her voice resonant. "They tried to break me, but I'm still here, and I need your help to stop them." Sarah's eyes shone, her promise firm. "We're with you, Maya. Keep fighting." The community's support was a lifeline, but the threats grew, a threatening call to Nathan's office. "Drop the case, or your wife's next." traced to a burner phone linked to Langston's security firm, and a tail on Maya's car, spotted by Nathan's ex-FBI security chief, Marcus Tate, who neutralized the driver, a hired fixer, but warned. Langston's escalating. They're desperate. Maya's heart raced, but her resolve was iron. She wasn't just fighting for herself. She was fighting for Aisha. Jamal, every black customer dismissed by Elite's policies. Carla's team uncovered a bombshell. Bank records showing Langston's firm funneling $100,000 to Vaughn's personal account, labeled consulting fees, timed with Elite's VIP policy rollout, a direct link to the racist scheme. Maya cross-referenced the records with Vaughn's emails, finding a directive to secure the showroom for preferred clients, a euphemism for excluding minorities. With Bennett's precinct contracted for enforcement, the evidence, memo, videos, affidavits, bank records, was a blazing arsenal. But Langston's counterattack was ruthless. A fake whistleblower, claiming Maya bribed Aisha, surfaced on a local TV station, the lie debunked by Carla but lingering, ex-posts surging with hate. Nathan moved the family to a fortified estate, his voice a vow. "We're close, Maya. They're cracking." Maya gripped his hand, her eyes fierce, her voice a challenge. "Let them try. We'll end this." The protests swelled, the community a rising tide, and Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to burn through Elite's lies. Nathan's power a fortress as they braced for a war that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans stood at the plaintiff's table in a Los Angeles federal courthouse. Her elegant 35-year-old frame clad in a sharp navy suit, her dark eyes blazing with a resolve forged through the crucible of humiliation at Elite Motors, where salesman Greg Thompson's racist sneer, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's violent shove had sent her crashing to the showroom floor. Their slurs, "Go back where you came from," a wound that had ignited a war for justice, now reaching its legal crescendo. Beside her, Nathan Evans, her 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul husband, radiated authority, his tailored suit a stark contrast to the fury in his gaze, his hands steady on hers as they faced a packed gallery, Compton activists, reporters, and Los Angeles residents, whose murmurs swelled with anticipation. Their signs reading "Maya's fight is ours," a testament to a community's awakening. The courtroom, a stark chamber of oak and steel, buzzed as Judge Alicia Harper called for order, her voice firm, but Maya's heart pounded. The weight of their evidence, voice memos, viral videos, leaked camera footage, witness affidavits, bank records, a blazing arsenal ready to dismantle the corrupt network led by Thompson, Bennett, Elite board member Charles Vaughn, and financier Richard Langston, whose firm bankrolled the dealership's racist VIP policy. Their attorney, Carla Reyes, a fierce litigator, stood poised, but Victor Lang, Elite's lawyer, rose, his polished veneer masking desperation, his voice a calculated plea. "Your Honor, the plaintiff's claims are baseless, a fabricated narrative to extort Elite Motors. We have evidence disproving their allegations." The gallery hissed, activists clutching fists, but Maya's family, Nia seated behind, her eyes fierce, Jaden and Amar's hands clasped, stood resolute. Lang called a witness, a private investigator named Paul Harris, who claimed, "Mrs. Evans staged the incident for publicity. Our footage shows her initiating contact." Maya's blood boiled, recognizing Harris as a Langston hire, his testimony a lie. But the gallery's murmurs split. "She's lying," and Harper raised a hand, her gaze sharp. "Mrs. Evans, respond." Maya stepped forward, her presence commanding, her voice a thunderclap. "Your Honor, Harris's firm is paid by Langston, and his footage is a deepfake, debunked by our forensic audit." Gasps rippled, and Carla projected a digital analysis, Lena Brooks's work, proving Harris's video was manipulated, pixels altered to distort Maya's actions. Lang's face paled. His objection, "This is inadmissible," drowned by Harper's gavel, her voice resolute. "Overruled. Proceed." "Oi," Nathan presented the voice memo, Thompson's slur. "Stick to the bus, lady." Bennett's taunt. "You nobody." Each word a dagger, the gallery gasping, followed by the viral video, now with 10 million views, showing Thompson's shove, Bennett's arm twist, synced with leaked dealership footage, irrefutable proof of assault. "This was no accident," Maya said, her gaze piercing Thompson's, who sat in the dock, his smirk gone, sweat beading. "They targeted me because I'm black, and Langston's money fueled it." Carla unveiled hacked emails, Vaughn to Thompson, ordering client prioritization for VIPs linked to Langston's $100,000 transfer, a direct tie to the racist policy, and a whistleblower affidavit from Aisha, the barista, detailing Thompson's boast of bonuses for excluding black customers. "This is their conspiracy," Nathan said, his voice a vow, his eyes locking on Bennett's, who slumped beside Reed, their defiance shattered. The gallery roared, activists chanting justice, and reporters scrambling as Harper's eyes narrowed, her voice firm. "This evidence is compelling." But Langston's retaliation was ferocious. Hours before the hearing, Aisha's safe house was firebombed, her family evacuated. A note warning, "Talk, and you die." Jamal, my dad, and the ex-mechanic witness, Rion, was attacked, his car torched, and a fake news report, traced to Langston's PR firm, claimed Maya had bribed witnesses, flooding X with slurs, liar and scammer, amplified by bots. The Carter's estate, under SWAT protection, was targeted, a sniper's bullet grazing their gate, Naya shielding Jaden and Amara. Maya's scream, "They're shooting," echoing as Nathan called Marshal Alvarez, her voice grim. "Langston's desperate, Nathan." "We've got the shooter's ID linked to his firm." The threats escalated. Carla's office was hacked, key files deleted, and a forged document, claiming Maya had a history of fraud surfaced on a local TV station. The lie debunked but damaging. Elite's board, pressured by Langston, issued a statement defending Thompson, a legal jab to stall the case, and an anonymous post accused Nathan of buying judges, a smear gaining traction online. Atlanta's black community fought back. A rally led by Sarah Jackson drew thousands, their signs reading "Evans Family Stands," and a black-owned newspaper ran a headline, "Couples Battle Exposes Dealership Corruption." At a Compton vigil, Maya spoke, her voice resonant. "They humiliated me, attacked me, but we're fighting for every person judged by their skin. Join us." The crowd roared, their support a fortress, but Langston's lawyer filed an emergency motion, claiming the hearing is tainted, a tactic to delay the ruling. Alvarez met the Carters, her voice urgent. "You've got Vaughn, but Langston's the head. We need his direct orders to Thompson." Carla's team secured a breakthrough, a recovered email from Langston to Vaughn, explicitly ordering remove troublemakers like Evans after Maya's incident, a smoking gun tying the financier to the assault. But Langston struck back, a fake witness, claiming Maya assaulted Thompson, was debunked by Lena, yet the smear lingered. Ex-posts surging with hate. Nathan fortified their security, his voice a vow. "We're almost there, Maya, they're breaking." Maya's eyes blazed, her hand squeezing his, her voice a challenge. "Let's finish them." Well, the courthouse was a battlefield, the community a rising tide, and Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to burn through Elite's lies. Nathan's power a fortress as they braced for a final stand that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans stood at the edge of a packed Los Angeles courtroom, her elegant 35-year-old frame unyielding in a tailored black suit, her dark eyes blazing with a fire forged through the crucible of Elite Motors' showroom, where salesman Greg Thompson's racist slur, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's brutal shove had sent her crashing to the floor. Their taunts, "Go back where you came from," a wound that had ignited a legal war now reaching its zenith. Beside her, Nathan Evans, her 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul husband, radiated steely resolve, his hands steady on hers as they faced a gallery thrumming with Compton activists, reporters, and Los Angeles residents. Their signs: "Maya fights for us," a defiant chorus that drowned out the lingering jeers of elite supporters. The courtroom pulsed with tension. Judge Alicia Harper's gavel poised, but Maya's heart thundered. Their evidence, voice memos, viral videos, leaked camera footage, witness affidavits, bank records. A blazing arsenal ready to topple the corrupt network of Thompson, Bennett, elite board member Charles Vaughn, and financier Richard Langston, whose firm fueled the dealership's racist VIP bond policy. Their attorney, Carla Reyes, stood ready, but Victor Lang, elite's lawyer, launched a desperate counterattack, his voice shrill with panic. "Your Honor, the plaintiff's evidence is a malicious fabrication designed to ruin Elite Motors and Mr. Langston. We have new testimony proving their claims are fraudulent." The gallery booed, activists clenching fists, but Lang called a witness, a former Elite employee named Diane Foster, who claimed Mrs. Evans provoked the incident, fabricating her injuries for profit. Maya's blood surged, recognizing Foster as a Langston plant, her testimony a lie. But the gallery's murmurs split. "She's faking it," and Harper's hand rose, her voice firm. "Mrs. Evans, respond." Maya stepped forward, her presence a force, her voice a thunderclap. "Your Honor, Foster's testimony is bought. Her severance from Elite was tripled by Langston's firm, and her evidence contradicts our forensic audit." Gasps echoed, and Carla provided bank records, $30,000 from Langston to Foster, timed with her appearance, alongside Lena Brooks's digital analysis, debunking Foster's claims as a deepfake edit of showroom footage. Lang's face drained of color. His objection, "This is speculation," swallowed by Harper's gavel, her voice resolute. "Overruled. Proceed." Nathan unveiled the voice memo, Thompson's slur, "Stick to the bus, lady." Bennett's taunt, "You know, buddy," each word a grenade, followed by the viral video, now at 15 million views, showing Thompson's shove, Bennett's arm twist, synced with leaked footage, irrefutable proof. "This was a coordinated assault," Maya said, her gaze piercing Thompson's, who slumped in the dock, his hands trembling. "They targeted me because I'm black, and Langston's money made it happen." Carla presented hacked emails, Vaughn to Thompson ordering client prioritization, linked to Langston's $100,000 transfer, and a new affidavit from Jamal, the ex-mechanic, detailing Thompson's collusion with Bennett to exclude black customers. Overseen by Vaughn, a recorded call, Langston to Ellis, intercepted by Lena, sealed it. Langston's voice clear. "Remove Evans, no mistakes." The gallery roared, activists chanting justice, and reporters surging as Harper's eyes narrowed, her voice firm. "This is damning." But Langston's retaliation was merciless. Hours before the hearing, Jamal's safe house was raided, his family threatened. A note warning, "Testify and you're gone." Aisha, the barista witness, received a death threat, her cafe vandalized, and a viral X post traced to Langston's PR firm claimed Maya had orchestrated a scam. Slurs flooding comments, "Liar" and "gold digger," amplified by Elite's board issuing a statement defending Thompson, a legal jab to sway the court. The Carter's estate, under SWAT protection, was hit. A car bomb detonated near their gate, Naya shielding Jaden and Amara. Maya's scream, "They're trying to kill us," echoing as Nathan called Marshall Alvarez, her voice grim. "Langston's out of control. Nathan, we've got the bomber," linked to his firm. The threats escalated. Carla's office was firebombed, critical files destroyed, and a fake whistleblower, claiming Maya bribed witnesses, appeared on local TV. The lie debunked but lingering. X posts surging with hate, Scammer and thug. Elite's board filed a countersuit, accusing Nathan of extortion, a tactic to delay the ruling, and Langston's lawyer spread a forged document, alleging Maya had a criminal past fueling online vitriol. Los Angeles' Black community fought back. A rally led by Sarah Jackson drew tens of thousands, their signs reading "Evans Family Rises," and a Black-owned TV station ran an expose, "Dealership's Racist Roots Uncovered." At a Compton forum, Maya spoke, her voice resonant. "They attacked me, lied about me, but we're fighting for every person judged by their skin. Stand with us." Mutti, the crowd roared, their support a tidal wave. But Langston's lawyer filed an emergency injunction, claiming the hearing was biased, a desperate move to stall justice. Alvarez met the Carters, her voice urgent. "You've got Vaughn, but Langston's the puppet master. We need his direct orders to Elite's board." Carla's team secured a final bombshell, a recovered server log showing Langston's email to Vaughn, explicitly ordering neutralize Evans after the incident, a smoking gun tying the financier to the assault. But Langston's counterattack intensified. A hired hacker leaked Maya's personal emails, twisting them to paint her as unstable in a new X campaign. Evans' fraud trended, slurs overwhelming support. Nathan fortified their defenses, his voice a vow. "We're one step away, Maya." "They're crumbling." Maya's eyes blazed, her hand squeezing his, her voice a challenge. "Let's finish this. For us. For everyone." The courtroom was a battlefield, the community a rising fortress. And Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to burn through Elite's lies. Nathan's power a beacon as they braced for a final stand that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans stood resolute at the plaintiff's table in a Los Angeles federal courthouse, her elegant 35-year-old frame a pillar of defiance in a tailored gray suit, her dark eyes blazing with a fire that had burned brighter since her humiliation at Elite Motors, where salesman Greg Thompson's racist slur, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's violent shove had sent her crashing to the showroom floor. Their taunts, "Go back where you came from." A wound that had ignited a legal crusade now teetering on the edge of triumph. Beside her, Nathan Evans, her 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul husband, exuded unyielding authority, his hand a steady anchor as they faced a gallery packed with Compton activists, reporters, and Los Angeles residents. Their signs, "Maya's Justice Now," a roaring testament to a community galvanized by her fight. The courtroom pulsed with anticipation, Judge Alicia Harper's gavel poised, but Maya's heart thundered. Their arsenal, voice memos, viral videos, leaked footage, witness affidavits, bank records, intercepted emails, a blazing inferno ready to incinerate the corrupt network of Thompson, Bennett, Elite board member Charles Vaughn, and financier Richard Langston, whose firm fueled the dealership's racist VIP policy. Their attorney, Carla Reyes, stood primed, but Victor Lang, Elite's lawyer, launched a frantic counterstrike, his voice shrill with desperation. "Your Honor, the plaintiff's evidence is a conspiracy of lies, designed to extort Elite Motors and tarnish Mr. Langston's reputation. We have new proof exposing their fraud." In the gallery booed, activists gripping their signs. But Lang called a witness, a cybersecurity expert named Stephen Walsh, who claimed the Carters' videos were doctored, metadata shows tampering. Maya's blood boiled, recognizing Walsh as a Langston hire, his testimony a fabrication. But the gallery's murmurs wavered. "Is she lying?" And Harper's hand rose, her voice firm. "Mrs. Evans, respond." Maya stepped forward, her presence a storm, her voice a thunderclap. "Your Honor, Walsh's firm is funded by Langston, and his metadata is a lie. Our forensic audit proves the videos are authentic." Gasps echoed, and Carla projected Lena Brooks's analysis. Metadata intact, videos untampered, alongside bank records showing $40,000 from Langston to Walsh's firm, timed with his testimony. Lang's face crumpled. His objection, This is irrelevant. Swallowed by Harper's gavel, her voice resolute. Overruled. Proceed. Nathan unveiled the voice memo, Thompson's slur. Stick to the bus, lady. Bennett's taunt. You nobody, each word a spear, followed by the viral video. Now at 20 million views, showing Thompson's shove, Bennett's arm twist, synced with dealership footage. Undeniable proof. This was a coordinated racist assault, Maya said, her gaze piercing Thompson's, who sat in the dock, his hands shaking, sweat dripping. Langston's money and Vaughn's orders made it happen. Carla presented intercepted emails, Vaughn to Thompson, demanding client prioritization, tied to Langston's $100,000 transfer, and a new affidavit from Aisha, the barista, detailing Thompson's boast of bonuses for excluding black customers, backed by Jamal's testimony, the ex-mechanic who'd faced similar pressure. A recorded call, Langston to Vaughn, intercepted by Lena, sealed it. Langston's voice explicit. Neutralize Evans. No leaks. The gallery erupted, activists chanting, "Justice!" and reporters scrambling as Harper's eyes narrowed, her voice commanding, "This evidence is overwhelming." Harper's ruling was a seismic blow. Defendants Thompson and Bennett are suspended pending trial, and Elite Motors is under federal investigation, a victory that sent the gallery into a frenzy, activists embracing, Compton's cheers echoing. But Langston's retaliation was immediate and vicious. Hours after the ruling, Aisha's family received a death threat, their safe house breached, a note warning, "You're next." Jamal's brother was assaulted, his car set ablaze, and a viral X post, traced to Langston's PR firm, claimed Maya had forged evidence, slurs flooding comments, fraud, and thug, amplified by a fake news segment on a local channel, accusing Nathan of buying the judge. The Carters' fortified estate was targeted. A drone dropped an explosive device, shattering a guest house window, Nia shielding Jaden and Amara. Maya's scream, "They won't stop!" ringing as Nathan called Marshal Alvarez, her voice grim. Langston's unhinged. "Nathan, we've got the drone's operator, linked to his firm." The threats escalated. Carla's law firm was hacked, critical files encrypted, and a forged affidavit, claiming Maya had paid witnesses, surfaced on a right-wing blog. The lie debunked but lingering. Ex-post files surging with hate, liar, and scammer. Elite's board filed a motion to dismiss the case, citing tainted evidence, a tactic to delay justice. And Langston's lawyer spread a fake email, alleging Maya had a history of extortion, fueling online vitriol. Los Angeles' black community fought back. A rally led by Sarah Jackson drew 50,000, their signs reading "Evans Family Unbroken," and a black-owned TV station ran a documentary, Maya's Stand Against Racism. At a Compton vigil, Maya spoke, her voice resonant. "They attack me, lied about me, but we're fighting for every soul judged by their skin. Join us, and we'll win." Lawsuit, the crowd roared, their support a tidal wave. But Langston's lawyer filed a second injunction, claiming judicial bias, a desperate bid to derail the case. Alvarez met the Carters, her voice urgent. "You've got Langston cornered, but he's got judges and execs in his pocket. We need his direct orders to Elite's board." Yet Carla's team secured a final nail, a recovered chat log from Langston's private server, explicitly instructing Vaughn to eliminate Evans's credibility post-incident, a smoking gun tying the financier to the smear campaign. But Langston struck back, a hired fixer, posing as a reporter, infiltrated the vigil, planting a tracking device on Maya's car, caught by Marcus Tate, Nathan's security chief, who warned, "They're planning something big." Nathan fortified their defenses, his voice a vow. "We're one step from victory, Maya. They're falling." Maya's eyes blazed, her hand squeezing his, her voice a challenge. "Let's end them. For us. For everyone." The courtroom was a battlefield, the community a rising fortress. And Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, her evidence a flame ready to burn through Elite's lies. Nathan's power a beacon as they braced for a final stand that would shake Los Angeles to its core. Maya Evans stood at the heart of a Los Angeles federal courthouse. Her elegant 35-year-old frame, a beacon of triumph in a tailored white suit, her dark eyes radiating a hard-won victory forged through the crucible of Elite Motors showroom, where salesman Greg Thompson's racist slur, "You're not our type," and Sergeant Laura Bennett's brutal shove had sent her crashing to the floor. Their taunts, "Go back where you came from," a wound that had sparked a legal crusade now culminating in justice. Beside her, Nathan Evans, her 40-year-old billionaire tech mogul husband, exuded unwavering strength, his hand a steadfast anchor as they faced a gallery overflowing with Compton activists, reporters, and Los Angeles residents. Their signs, "Maya's victory is ours," a thunderous testament to a community transformed by her fight. The courtroom buzzed with electric anticipation, Judge Alicia Harper's gavel poised, but Maya's heart swelled. Their arsenal, voice memos, viral videos, leaked footage, witness affidavits, bank records, intercepted emails, and chat logs. A blazing inferno that had scorched the corrupt network of Thompson, Bennett, elite board member Charles Vaughn, and financier Richard Langston, whose firm bankrolled the dealership's racist VIP policy. Their attorney, Carla Reyes, stood resolute, but Victor Lang, Elite's lawyer, made a final desperate plea, his voice trembling with defeat. "Your Honor, the plaintiff's claims are a malicious fabrication designed to destroy Elite Motors and Mr. Langston's legacy. We demand a mistrial." The gallery erupted in boos, activists waving signs, but Harper's hand rose, her voice commanding. "The court has reviewed the evidence, and it is irrefutable." Maya's breath caught as Harper's verdict rang out, a thunderclap. Greg Thompson, Laura Bennett, Charles Vaughn, and Richard Langston are guilty of assault, racial discrimination, conspiracy, and corruption. They are sentenced to federal prison with further charges pending. The courtroom exploded, activists leaping to their feet, chanting justice while Lang's face collapsed, his objection buried under the roar. Thompson slumped in the dock, his arrogance shattered, Bennett's eyes vacant, Vaughn's head bowed, and Langston, cuffed beside them, glared, his empire in ruins. Marshals led them away, and Maya exhaled, her shoulders easing, Nathan's embrace a lifeline, their children, Jaden and Amara, joining, their family a fortress. Reporters surged, shouting, "Mrs. Evans, what's next?" But Maya faced them, her voice resonant. "This isn't just our win, it's for every person judged by their skin, every voice silenced. We fought, we won, and Los Angeles will change." Nathan's voice joined, steady and fierce. "Elite Motors racism ends here, and we'll ensure it never rises again." The gallery cheered, Naya's eyes shining, Jaden's fist raised, Amara's smile a spark. The victory was monumental. Thompson and Bennett were disbarred from their professions. Elite Motors board dissolved, the dealership placed under federal oversight, and a sweeping probe into Langston's firm exposed a web of corrupt contracts, leading to dozens of arrests across Los Angeles' corporate and law enforcement sectors. Vaughn's assets were seized, his influence gutted, and Langston's empire crumbled, his firm bankrupted by lawsuits from other victims of Elite's policies, his allies in City Hall abandoning him. Victor Lang faced disbarment, his firm collapsing under ethics violations, and Maya's countersuit secured millions in damages, funding the Evans Justice Center in Compton, a beacon for victims of discrimination. Los Angeles' Black community transformed. Neighbors who'd once shunned Maya now rallied, their doubts replaced by reverence, calling her our hero, and Compton activists crowned her a leader, their marches drawing tens of thousands, signs reading "Maya changed LA." Elite Motors, stripped of its racist policies, was restructured under new management, mandated to serve all customers equally, a reform driven by Maya's evidence and public outcry, its showroom now a symbol of inclusion. At a Compton rally, Maya spoke, Nathan, Jaden, and Amara beside her voice a clarion call. They humiliated me, assaulted me, tried to erase me, but we stood, black, proud, unbreakable. This is for you, for every soul judged, every right denuded. Keep fighting, and we'll rebuild this city. The crowd roared, their applause a tidal wave, and Sarah Jackson, the activist leader, clasped Maya's hand, her voice firm. You've reshaped Los Angeles. Maya, we're with you. The threats, the firebomb, the sniper, the drone attack, faded. Langston's allies exposed, Vaughn's network dismantled. But Maya knew the fight against prejudice was eternal. Nathan declined a tech titan's offer to relocate, staying in Los Angeles to fund the Justice Center, their Brentwood estate a hub for activism, Jaden joining a youth advocacy group, Amara launching a school anti-racism club, Nia spearheading community programs. The center's opening drew thousands, its walls etched with Maya Evans, Courage Prevails, a legacy of resilience. Maya stood before it, Nathan's hand in hers, and whispered, "We did this for us, for them." Los Angeles was no longer a crucible but a canvas, and Maya Evans was no victim. She was a warrior, a leader, a beacon. Her legacy a vow to fight, to protect, to build a city where no one would fear, where justice was a right, not a privilege, for all. From a shamed woman to a justice warrior, Maya Evans exposed dealership racism and won. Thanks for listening. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell for more epic stories. Don't miss our next video.